Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, the place to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp. And in today's video, we're going to do a big review of a big new album, which is called A Deeper Understanding by The War on Drugs. So that's coming up. So The War on Drugs is an indie rock band that was founded back in 2005 in Philadelphia, US. Back in 2008, they released their debut album called Wagonwheel Blues, then they released Slave Ambient in 2011, and then in 2014 they released probably their best album to this date, I would say, Lost in the Dream. Now the sound of this band, The War on Drugs, go within the genres of folk, country, and also psychedelic rock, folk rock. They've several times been referred to other bands and resemble to other bands like My Bloody Valentine, heartland rock acts such as Bruce Springsteen, Ryan Adams, Bob Dylan, just to name a few. Just a few days ago they released A Deeper Understanding, which by the way is also a pretty good band. It's a pretty good album. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into some of the tracks here. So the first track is called Up All Night, and this song starts out with a very repetitive synth and piano and drum pattern. To me, this song sounds very psychedelic. It's quite fleeting, but when the electronic drums come in, it's transformed into this 80s pop song. And yeah, I was really surprised by this. From time to time, the song switches from live drums to electronic drums. And yeah, to be honest, it's a very atmospheric track, but it's also very tangible because there are interesting mixes here, interesting components. It's a mix of My Bloody Valentine, 80s pop music, and also heartland rock. And yeah, that is one of the things that Granduciel and his pals in this band are just so famous for mixing such strange and various soundscapes into a beautiful thing. So yeah, Up All Night, very emotive track. The second track is called Pain. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but the very beginning of this song actually remind me of the soundscape of a taiko song. I can't pinpoint exactly what song it is, but taiko just came to my mind. The soundscape is very simplistic, but that is what works in the song. A noteworthy part of this song is the static yet very overwhelming guitar solo. At the beginning it seems like he just strums one string, one note, ridiculously long. But no matter how cheesy this might sound like, I can hear a lot of pain in it. I can hear so much pain in that guitar solo. And I've never heard anyone create a solo like that in the first place. Something so static and filled with many effects. It's alien but so relatable in a way. The third track is called Holding On, and this was actually the track that The War on Drugs released way back, I think in the 1st of July or June or something. I feel like there are parts of the song that are very grounded and humble, and other parts of the song are grandiose and epic and cocky almost. The really thick bass synth versus the lilting guitar. You have the pacing drums versus the glimmery triangle. I'm pretty sure that this is the poppiest song on the whole record. The only thing that is a bit sad about the song is that it's so lengthy. Usually I don't have any problems with The War on Drugs' songs being lengthy because that just translates into a more various soundscape. That is one of the things that I really like about this album and also their previous album. No matter how long their songs were, they were always growing and developing and ending up at a completely different place compared to where it started out. Nothing to Find is the 6th track, and this is a song that kicks off to this very pounding and fast-pacing beat. The first verse is divided into two parts. You have this really hyped part and then a more relaxed part. There's always a sense of dynamics in the music here. It's fleeting back and forth. There's musical components that are added and then taken away, and I'm gonna expand on that later on in this video. The beat hastily marches on like a train towards its destination, and about 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, it breaks into a very crisp and poppy instrumental part. I imagine listening to this while going on an epic road trip or journey somewhere. Like hashtag travel music or hashtag life music. I really feel like that is the perfect environment or perfect context to have this music on in when you travel, when you go on a journey somewhere, and you are bound to experience highs and lows and challenges and new things that you're not used to. His pals in the band are ridiculously good at putting in a sense of experimentalism in the music while at the same time keeping it very classic. It sounds like a classic proper rock song, while at the same time it's not. It seems like they have a very open mind when it comes to the instruments that they're using and the effects that are put on top of them. They're not afraid on putting on a little bit extra gain or fuss or flanger or whatever they're using, and they're just always changing out their instruments in the songs, which makes them very fleeting, very effervescent in a way. I think if we compare this album to Lost in the Dream, their previous effort, I think this one is less psychedelic. It also has less interesting recording features. Now, I want to say that A Deeper Understanding is an album that touches on so many different topics. There are sad songs, there are atmospheric songs, there are poppy songs, travel music, epic music, depressive music. It's all over the place, and I love it. But there was none of those songs that grabbed me by the hands and were like, listen to me again. None of them actually gave me that impression. So I'm gonna give this album a 7 out of 10. It's great, you should check it out. I'm definitely gonna put on the whole album several times in the future, but it's not like I'm going to have a listening spree during these next weeks when it comes to this album. I'm probably not. So yeah. So that is it, guys. A Deeper Understanding by The War on Drugs. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to share, explore, and learn about rock music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest you click the red subscribe button below. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon beside the subscribe button, because in that way you'll always get notified when I upload new videos to this beautiful place right here. Got a new location and everything, you know? You gotta be a part of it. No, you don't have to. Talk to you later, guys. Stay tuned. Bye.